If you're looking to revisit the Lands Between and start a New Game Plus run to get ready for the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, you'll want to make sure you've maximized your initial playthrough, as everything will be harder on the run back. This is everything you should do in Elden Ring before starting New Game Plus. The Stone Sword Keys are a useful item in Elden Ring, a consumable to be used for unlocking imp statue seals in numerous dungeons and catacombs of the Lands Between. They can be looted from various corpses in the world, or purchased from merchants and the Twin Maiden husks at the Round Table Hold. Cookbooks are an item in Elden Ring that will open up crafting for a variety of objects and items along your quest. As it stands, there are over 50 cookbooks that can be found in the Lands Between, each offering an assortment of items that could help you out of a tight situation on your New Game Plus run. Unfortunately, not every bell bearing that can be collected through a run of Elden Ring will transfer over to New Game Plus, so for ones gained through NPCs like Thops and the merchants, you'll have to recollect those on your next playthrough. Being key items, Wet Blades will grant special skills and affinities to the Ashes of War used by your Tarnished in Elden Ring. From being able to imbue magic and cold, flame and flame art, or just new battle arts, they're worth pursuing, especially since there's only 6 to be found in the game. Crystal tears collected from certain bosses throughout the Lands Between can be mixed into the Flask of Wondrous Physic to give yourself a variety of buffs, from enhancing your charge attacks to boosting holy damage or restoring HP when approaching death. The abilities gained by pursuing these items are useful to any build you may be running. Upon defeating major bosses, players will claim the Remembrance consumable associated with them. By exchanging these at the Round Table Hold, you'll often gain an incredibly strong weapon, some of the best in the game, that resemble the bosses you've killed. Some of the optional bosses will drop these, totaling 15 different remembrances. You may have seen giant stone creatures with buildings on their backs as you explore the Lands Between. These are walking mausoleums, and offer the player the ability to duplicate the previously mentioned remembrances, something that will give you even more options for prepping for your next New Game Plus run. Out of the 80 talismans in Elden Ring, many of which can be found just by exploring the game, there are really 8 crucial talismans every player will require venturing into New Game Plus. Erdtree's Favor will raise your max HP, stamina, and equip load, where the Dragon Crest Great Shield talisman will enormously boost your physical damage negation. These, among others, are some of the highlights. The 2 main types of upgrade materials, Smithing Stones and Somber Smithing Stones, can be purchased or collected in the Lands Between. Before entering New Game Plus, it would be best to obtain as many as possible as they respawn on a new run. The Golden Seeds and Sacred Tears will help you through a more challenging New Game Plus run of Elden Ring. Golden Seeds increase the number of times you can use the Sacred Flask before having to rest at a site of grace, and Sacred Tears increase the potency of each use of the flask. This caps off at 14 flask uses with up to plus 12 potency, and players can find 40 golden seeds in any given playthrough of Elden Ring, so it shouldn't be too hard to max out. These tips will best prep you for what's in store out of a New Game Plus run of Elden Ring. Just remember, running New Game Plus and starting the DLC on that save will also put you in the harder version of what's to come. For more videos like this, stay tuned to Game Rant.